We already talked about denial of service previously in the web penetration testing module. A denial of service is a scan that slows down a server or a network in a way that denies the user access. In this demo, we will see some common denial of service patterns and learn how to identify them. A quick reminder about our lab. We have three hosts. The attacker is going to use Kali Linux at 10.0.0.222. Then the victim machine will be a Windows 7 host at 10.0.0.101. Finally, the penetration tester will use Kali Linux to intercept all the traffic and analyze any attacks on the network. So this is the attacker machine. Mr. Black Hat Hacker is going to execute a denial of service by using low orbit ion cannon against a victim host on my network. A word of caution here. Please do not use this application against a live network without a written agreement. You could end up in jail. If you don't believe me, I invite you to read this article and see how this guy paid thousands of dollars by using low orbit ion cannon. Check my previous tutorial about how to install and use this spooky application. For this example, my target host IP is at 10.0.0.101. Next, click on the lock on button. I will change the message, keep everything else to default, and start the attack. Meanwhile, this hacker is unaware that a penetration tester is listening on the network for bad guys. Let's switch to the pen tester machine and check the results. When a communication line becomes very slow, this is a good indication that your server is under attack. Open the capture file and load it using Wireshark. Ignore the error message. From the File menu, select Open, and I will choose the low orbit ion cannon capture file. The first task to think about is to try to locate where the traffic is coming from. Scroll down until you see something fishy like this. We can see that the same source address generating a huge amount of TCP SYN traffic to the victim IP address at 101. To see things clearer, let's filter out the conversation between the attacker and the victim. Right-click on one of the SYN packet, then select Apply as Filter, then click on Selected. Wireshark created a filter where the source IP address is our attacker IP address. Check the time column. There are microseconds between frames. When you see TCP SYN coming at this rate, something is wrong for sure. Open the conversations window and check what we have in there. Top here in the menu, select the statistics item, then click on conversations. The last Ethernet conversation shows us 2000 packets exchanged between the attacker and the victim host. This is a clear explanation about the incident. Huge number of packets coming from a single MAC address and targeting another victim host is an attack for sure. So what is the lesson here, folks? Check for SYN packets and verify which IP and MAC addresses they are coming from. It's not always a denial of service. It can be that a worm is generating source addresses that are not the addresses of the host.